Mic 1, test 1, test 1. Mic 2, test 2, test 2. And good Thursday afternoon to you. It is time once again for another edition of Chamber Talk on Regional Radio KJEL. I'm Patty Burns, and of course, we're broadcasting live from the brand new offices of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, right in the Cowan Civic Center on Elm Street in Lebanon, also known as Historic Route 66. And Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Chamber of Commerce and Local Makes Sense. Of course, Ashley Mahan, my sidekick, here with me again today. How you doing?
I'm great, Patty. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. We have got a great lineup of guests today. We're going to be talking to three ladies who are part of the Jordan Valley family. I mean, how awesome is that?
I think they have a lot of really good information to share today, too, so I'm excited to hear about it.
They do. And we've got brand new information to share with you today about the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, which is coming up next month. But first of all, let's talk about what is going on today here in Lebanon.
Yeah, today, so Jude's, they've always got something going on. I just love it. Tonight is a concert. Aaron Link will be at Jude's at 6 o'clock, and he will be doing music from multiple decades. Pretty interesting.
Hey, if you're an Aaron Link fan, you're going to love this. It starts at 6 o'clock at Jude's Coffee Company, and they're located actually just right down the road from the Chamber of Commerce offices. So
Yep, not too far.
how awesome is that? And of course, they always have, great things going on every Thursday over at Jude's Coffee Company. They got another location. I think a
Yes.
lot of people forget that. But I mean, I kind of like it because I can get in and get out really quick. They have a drive-through now over at Highway 5 and 6th Street, Jefferson and 6th Street. And really nice. The folks there are so, pleasant to talk to, and they do such a great job of making up. And they have some really cool drinks over there as well.
do.
So yeah, stop in there and experience Jude's Coffee Company. Tomorrow is the Business Builders Luncheon. Now, this is a project of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, excited about it. We have a great speaker, Melinda Fries with the Lebanon Area Foundation. She'll be there. It's going to be at Tees. So again, it's at lunchtime, so noon to 1. We'd be happy to have anybody come out and give a listen. She's always a great speaker.
Oh, she is, and I'm sure she's going to be telling you all about their fall campaign and also about some of the organizations that benefit from the Lebanon Area Foundation and Community Cares. Always a great thing to hear about from Melinda. And now you do need to buy your own lunch, and if maybe you're on a tight schedule, call your lunch in ahead of time at T's Redneck Steakhouse, and it'll be ready for you when you get there, and that way you can, relax and enjoy lunch and listen to Melinda talk about the Lebanon Area Foundation. Also coming up on Friday, head down the road to Bennett Springs State Park.
Yes, did you know that August is National Fishing Month?
Well, if you're around here, every month is fishing month, as
I know,
long
that's
as
why I was
there's,
kinda surprised.
yeah, as long as the spring ain't frozen over.
Yeah, it's fishing month, and so they're having All About Fish at Bennett Springs State Park. That is from 10 to 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, and I believe they hold that at the Nature Center is kind of where they began everything at, and that is located right there on 64A. You can't miss it. It's on the right-hand side as you travel down into the park after you go down the hill and around the corner, and then, yeah. Have you ever went hiking there at the hiking trail at the Nature Center?
Yes, I actually have.
Isn't that nice?
It's beautiful.
It is. I remember, growing up, I grew up really close to Bennett Spring, and that was my go-to place. That was my enjoyment. And yeah, the trails have grown so much at Bennett Spring State Park. It's really amazing how much it has grown.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story sometime about riding a horse down at Bennett Spring State Park.
Oh boy, now I'm excited
Yeah.
to hear about this.
Also coming up on Saturday, this is kind of a neat thing because this is something that actually could protect your health.
Yes, Saturday they are having Lifeline screening at the Wallace Center.
And what is Lifeline screening?
Lifeline Screening is the nation's leading provider of preventative health screenings. So I find that very interesting, is something that everyone could benefit from. They'll be offering affordable, non-invasive, and painless health screenings at the Wallace Building.
I wonder, it seems like some time ago I did a Lifeline screening, and it seems like they did something like a it's almost like an ultrasound
Okay.
of like your veins and stuff to make, but I'm not sure if this is exactly the same thing, but it is non-invasive, which is, very important, and especially as, we get a little older, it's kind of nice to know these things, and this kind of sets a base for you. We have three very special guests here. Kayla Kenchlow is here, Chrissy Kaufman, and Meredith Brown are all here with us today. They are from Jordan Valley. And Chrissy, tell us about this new clinic for women and children that is going to be opening at the Plaster Center for Student Success.
Yes, Patty. So we're very excited that Lebanon Schools has allowed us to be part of this new integrated program. So it'll be Jordan Valley's Women's and Children's Clinic. We will have a full-time provider there. We're also going to have a pediatric dentist there as well. That will be great for seeing anywhere from 6 weeks to 12th graders, starting the healthy habits across the board.
All right. Now, when this clinic opens, is this like you have to make an appointment and you have in-house doctors and the whole nine? I mean, is it a true clinic for women and children?
Yes, it is.
All right. And I'm going to throw you under the bus here. When are you going to be opening?
So we're still working on the details of that
See,
right now.
that's what I said. I was throwing her under the bus, and she don't know. But I'm sure you guys are so excited about it. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes to get this clinic open.
Yes, there is.
And now, of course, this is the time also when we're getting our kids ready to go back to school. And part of that, of course, will be, their vaccines and all of that stuff. Meredith Brown, I think you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so currently I'm a community health worker with Jordan Valley, and I've been with the school district. This will be my 5th school year working with them in our partnership. We work with the school district to be at a lot of their scheduled pickup days and their open houses to make sure that if they need vaccines, we can provide that for them, sports physicals to make sure they're ready to play sports. And then we also are doing some back to school events at the Lebanon Clinic on Lynn Street as well.
So you're still utilizing the Lynn Street clinic right now. It's not closed.
It is not closing, no.
By any means whatsoever. So when a student is getting ready to start pre-K or kindergarten, what are the main vaccines that their parents need to consider making sure they have?
That's when I call their school nurse and find out exactly what they're needing. I am not a nurse, I'm not medical, so I do a lot of paperwork and event planning for them.
I see,
So,
okay.
but our nurses, we don't have a nurse here today, but they know exactly what they need, and they will make sure that they are getting what they need. So.
Okay. Now, Chrissy, at the Women and Children's Clinic at the Plaster Center for Student Success, will you guys be, we have like, if a student gets hurt while they're in school, will you be able to treat them for that? Or she's handing the microphone back to Meredith, I'm sorry.
That's all right. With our school-based program, we do have acute visits available through telehealth for all of our schools in the district. But specifically with our women's and children's, the hope is that we will be able to walk them across to our clinic and get them seen and taken back to class. We're still working through some details on making sure we've got the parental consent and we are speaking to those parents and they know exactly what is happening. But that is our hope, that we're going to be able to be integrated in that way.
And I think that's good that you bring that up, because I think sometimes, parents are concerned that their child is going to be treated whether they want them treated or not, and that is really not the case, even
Not
though
at
you
all.
have personnel available.
No, not at all. With our school-based program, we have consent forms that go out to all of our elementary school students, and then parents send those back to school. And if they have checked that they are interested in medical or dental or vision services, then we reach out to the parents and say, hey, we've got a well child check day coming up. Are you interested in your kid being seen? It looks like they're due. And the parents have to agree, and then they have to answer some questions for us in order for us to get them seen on that day. It's not oh, you're due, we're just going to take you on over. You know, we do a lot of talking, we have a lot of consent forms, and we just want to make sure that they're taken care of and that the parents feel very confident in what we're doing for them.
And this is for the Lebanon R3 School District, for those who are maybe just tuning in and aren't quite sure what we're talking about. This is Jordan Valley. It's services now that they are offering through the coordinated effort through Jordan Valley and the Lebanon R3 School District. But you will be seeing regular patients too when the Women and Children's Clinic is open, is that correct?
So this is a second location that we're opening. So this clinic will be strictly women's health, like OB services, well woman exams, birth control, but then also pediatrics. So whenever a woman is seen through OB after she delivers at the hospital, the provider will actually follow up and see mom and baby. So then it's creating better access to healthcare, making sure our children are continuing to be seen in the community.
Now, which hospital does Jordan Valley partner with?
We're partnered with, we typically use Mercy and Cox, but
Okay.
it's really up to the patient.
Oh, okay. So if a person delivers at Cox or Mercy, or even Lake Regional, they can still be treated by your OB/GYN, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because sometimes that can be confusing. I remember, of course, it's been many, many, many years ago, being treated, and they're like, oh no, our doctor doesn't go to that hospital, or our doctor doesn't deal with that hospital, et cetera. And it was kind of confusing sometimes. And it sounds like you guys have got a partnership built that's going to take some of that confusion away.
Yes.
Do the folks, you guys at Jordan Valley, do you accept insurance, or is it private pay only? Is it
We-
Medicaid, Medicare?
We
how,
accept
how do we pay?
we accept commercial insurances for medical. Dental, we're primarily Medicaid based, but we do accept some, or we're primarily Medicare, but we do accept some Medicaid, we accept some Medicare.
Okay.
It's confusing, but United Healthcare Medicare we accept.
Okay.
For dental, for medical, we accept all insurances.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's Blue Cross Blue Shield or Humana or Aetna or all insurances?
We work with our providers to get credentialed with most insurances.
Well, that
private
is great to know.
insurances.
Now, and folks, keep in mind, we've kind of been focusing a little bit on the clinic that's coming up here in the future at the Plaster Center for Student Success, but they are still open out on Lynn Street. Now, what if a person just moves to the area and they want to be a patient of the Jordan Valley doctors, the Jordan Valley family? What do they need to do?
They can just give us a call and we'll get them scheduled for our first available appointment.
Okay, so your physicians do see new
Yep.
patients. And you said dental. Do you guys have dental services at Jordan Valley?
We do.
How do you sign up for that?
You just call and we'll get you scheduled.
So, Chrissy, you didn't get to talk a whole lot today. Tell me more. Tell me more. Let's hear from Chrissy a little bit more. What's going on?
At our main location on Lynn Street, we're seeing, taking care of families, also seeing the dental. We have vision that is coming every other week. We have our MAT SED program also. It
what is
is
that?
more for opioids.
Okay.
anybody who has the addiction, and then we're trying to get off of them. We have a program. They are there once a week also. We have our behavior health.
It sounds like you're a full service.
Yes, we have our pharmacy.
Yeah, for full service from
Yes.
beginning to end, regardless of the illness or injury.
Correct.
All right. Now, one more question, and then I do have to go back to talking to Ashley because we got exciting news about the Business Expo. If a person, say, has an emergency, do you do emergency or urgent care? And I know that's two different things.
So at Jordan Valley, kids are never told no. So regardless whether it's dental or medical, if there is an emergency and we need to get them in, they will be seen that day. Honestly, most providers are still, even if it's an adult, are trying to get them in also for emergencies. We're not necessarily a walk-in clinic like an express care, but we have very good walk-in clinics here in the area that can see them in also our emergency room, but not an actual emergency room at Jordan Valley. No.
Okay. All right. So if you have an emergency, go ahead and, well, for one thing, if it's a, serious emergency, call 911. But if you have an emergency medical need, go to the ER. If it's a broken bone or something like that, probably go to an ER. All right. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us, and looking forward to hearing back from you about the opening of the new clinic for women and children over at the Plaster Center for Student Success. Okay, so September 23rd is a big day for the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, it's a big day, Patty. I am so excited. Our committee for the expo has been working tirelessly to get these details ironed out. It's going to be a fun day. So we will have booth space available for chamber members only, and that is free for our chamber members. So they were sent out an email recently to sign up with a Google form. So just fill that out, get it sent in as quickly as possible because we want to make sure we get everybody a spot reserved. We will also be having a new thing this year, the VIP experience. So during the event, that will include breakfast, social, lunch, snacks, drinks, and front row to our master classes, which are also new this year. You'll get some networking opportunities and first pick of your booth space if you are a VIP. So you don't want to miss out on that. Those tickets are now on sale for chamber members as well for $30 a ticket. There is a limited number of tickets available, so we want to be sure that you're signing up to get those if you're interested.
Master classes. What are we
Master
talking
classes.
about?
So we will be talking about nonprofits, family-owned businesses, marketing, and building wealth. We'll have some more information to come later on who those keynote speakers will be for those, but I'm really excited. We'll have a whole section for the speakers to be on a little stage and talking to a group, an audience that's kind of closed off from the rest, so you can actually listen and hear what their message is that they're trying to give.
All right. Now, the VIP event will start at 8:30 and go throughout the day. The expo is from 10 to 3, and there is an admission for the public to attend.
Yes, this year we are charging an admission for the Business Expo. So it's $5 to get in, $3 for seniors, and children 10 and under are free.
All right. And then now, if a person wants to go to a member of the public wants to go to the master classes, will that admission cost cover that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do we need to register for the master classes ahead of time?
No registration necessary. Just if you're wanting a VIP experience and you want to sit in the front row, I would highly recommend you get that ticket. That way you have a seat reserved because they might fill up fast.
Mm-hmm. And, a lot of interesting information for businesses and, for public members of the public as well, when you're talking about, building wealth, nonprofits. family-owned businesses. It's all very important information. And you can email chamber@lebanonmissouri.com to get more information about this. Phone line's still down here?
Yes, Patty, I
Darn.
know. So
That's
it's hard
okay.
when you're changing companies and
Yes.
locations. It's a whole thing.
It is a whole
We
thing.
are still working on it. We've actually been in touch today with IT trying to just get an update. It's going to happen. Our number will be the same, and
Okay.
we'll let y'all know as soon as it's working again.
And in the meantime, if you have any questions, just email them at chamber@LebanonMissouri, all spelled out, .com, and they will quickly answer any questions that you might have. And again, if you're a member of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and you want to be part of the Business Expo, which is taking place on September 23rd, you need to get your reservation in by September 1st. If you are a chamber member and for whatever reason you did not get the application, email them and they'll send one to you. They can fill it
Absolutely.
out and send it right back in. And, this is a great business to business opportunity, plus a great opportunity to share information to members of the public as well.
Yes, I'm excited.
Do we have to buy tickets for the general public? Do we have to buy tickets ahead of time or do we just get them at the door?
Get them at the door.
Get them at
Yep.
the door. All right. Well, ladies, thank you all so much for coming in and talking to us today. Thank you very much to Kaylee and Chrissy and Meredith, all coming from Jordan Valley to talk about all the cool things that are going on there. And of course, as always, Ashley, thank you for being my sidekick once
Of
again.
course, Patty.
And Miss Carrie York, she's sitting over here in the background. She was wanting to take pictures. I said, if you take a picture, do not take my bad side. Well, which is the bad side? That's the question. But thank you all for being here with us today, and thanks for joining us here on Chamber Talk. Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Make Sense, and by Regional Radio KJEL. Have a great day.